Blogger Jyoti Malhotra's line of questioning has been accessed, refusing to cooperate with the NIA, IB and military intelligence investigators. Jyoti has been asked very specific questions on her video, on her visit to Pahalgam, then the video in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attack where she says nothing about Pakistan. While it was very clear that Pakistan's been behind that massacre, instead she's asking the Indian citizens and of course the government of the country to be able to be more cautious. Jyoti has been asked who helped her in organizing her trips to Pakistan. Remember, not once, but at least twice, if not more, she was able to go in and out of Pakistan. She was meeting High Commission officials who have been under the radar of the investigation agencies. Who was facilitating her visa so easily? She has no connect to Pakistan directly. Why was she being allowed to go in and out of a country that clearly wants to indulge in mayhem in India? Was there an expectation to push pro-Pakistan narrative? Let's go across to Shreya Chatterjee. She's been speaking to sources within the investigation agencies, getting us the details on that. Tell me about the line of questioning, Shreya. What is the focus for the investigators? Because if she says, I did not reveal any national security assets, what is it that the investigators are looking at?
Well, one thing that is for clear, Pooja, that her questioning revolves on two different fronts. One, her close proximity with Pakistan embassy official Ehsan Dar and other individuals whose names she had masked the identity and saved on her phones. The other line of questioning is pertaining to the trips that she'd taken in Pakistan thrice, once in 2023, once in 2024, and the other as late as March 2025. Now in 2024, she suggestively went on a trip during Vaisakhi, which ended for a 10 days period, but she overstayed for more than a month and many more days. After that, she also comes back and she visits certain more places which are also under the radar. This is something that is accessed on the IB report that suggests that she had visited China, Bangladesh, Dubai, etc. But the questions will revolve on how did she know Ehsan Dar, whether she was taking any benefits in return, whether this man was influencing the line of videos that she was uploading on her social media, also whether she was in contact with Ehsan Dar after he was identified as persona non grata by our government. So these will be the line of questioning pertaining to that. The other will be based on technical evidence and the fact that whether there were encrypted videos that must have circulated, whether there were certain apps that she was using for her videos that she was posting, whether anyone giving her any directives. All these are the line of questioning, and these are very direct, pertinent questions that she should probably be clean on answering, because what we are learning as of now that she's not very cooperative. Her almost stand on every question lies that whatever she's done within her rights of freedom of exercise of speech and her liberty.
Shreya, there are about 11 of the accused, or so to say, suspects for now, as are being seen as alleged spies. Why do you think Jyoti Malhotra's name has surfaced on the top?
Well, that's probably because there are evidence that is out in the public domain which has already linked her to Ehsan Dar, the individual who has been mentioned as persona non grata by our government, which is a term used in the case of espionage. So because he's being investigated and there are public images of her with the man, she's probably more visible in the crossfire. That does not take away from the fact that the other 11 arrested are equally people who are importantly being questioned by our agencies. Cross-examination in those fronts as well, because remember some confessional videos of people actually giving them 1 lakh rupees for making videos of military establishment. One person, Devinder, who's arrested from Kaithal in Haryana, he's also suggested that he's made videos of the Patiala cantonment. So with these videos and messages trickling down and people giving SIMs to other individuals, this also will be looked at as whether a nexus was being fostered at multi-ends, with Ehsan being one head, because right now what we're really looking at, Pooja, as investigation progress, if more names than Ehsan actually come which have direct links with the ISI, because this was a diplomatic front that he was misusing and he has been caught well before these people could have been made into deep assets in our country.